everybody, welcome to your Moon in Virgo reading. We have these beautiful cards laid out for us. Before I even jump into this reading, I want to let you know that I'm feeling Aquarius energy all around me already. And I'm hearing Billy Idol. It's not like the best name ever, but anyway, Billy Idol's Rock the Cradle of Love song. Remember? Rock the Cradle of Love. Rock the cradle of love. It's the cradle of love. Something, 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 yeah, something like that. Anyway, that to me, I mean, of course, he gives me Leo vibes, but more so than anything in my mind, that man, that whole image, that whole song, that everything gives me a lot of aqua vibes. And so in my mind, he's totally the poster boy for Aquarius. But that energy is coming through. I'm feeling it. And so I just want to let you know. So we're going to take a look at the moon, what's going on energetically speaking from my intuitive standpoint during this moon in Virgo. I almost said Aquarius. During this moon in Virgo, and it's going to be targeted for the dates of January 9th to January 13th, I think. Let me see, what did I write down here? Yeah, January 13th. Okay, so let's go. All right. Just intuitively speaking, I'm getting some sentences, and one of those is, that's right, that's what I said. You know, so I'm getting a lot of, that's what I said. A lot of kickback coming back. It could be coming back towards you. So some of you, and of course, you know, it could be coming from you. Of course, God bless, because whatever's, right? So just place yourself where you need be. But it's almost like a last, it's not a parting shot, but it's like somebody who's already far away. Could even be like a bank or institution or whatever it is, far away. But yeah, look at this, like, but that last minute parting shot coming back from somebody who's in a defensive mode. It's like, that's right, that's what I said. So this is coming through as a person who may not be, number one is what I'm getting, respecting boundaries. So maybe there is some distance that's going on, but there's boundaries that are not being received and respected. So first, let's look at the concept of received, because Spirit is saying they are saying received because some of you have not been planting the seeds. Planting is one of our words here. It's over here to the side. You can't see because we're in Cap season, right? Capricorn season. Plant those seeds. You haven't been planting the seeds for proper disconnection, for proper disassociation from an undue influence, an element. It could be even within you, of course, because it's mirrored by somebody outside, but you need to set standards. So if you have not been creating the boundaries for that you need, and setting those standards with somebody else, whether it is a person or a bank or institution or something like that, then in a sense, of course, they're not going to respect it. They're still going to be firing shots at you. They're still going to be trying to connect with you, communicate, because you haven't put your foot down, is what Spirit is saying. So for some of you, this is because these people have not received a valid warning from you, a valid update from you, gosh, a valid pamphlet from you, a brochure about boundaries. So how can they respect your boundaries if you haven't even set them? So that's why they said receiving. The person hasn't received. Because you haven't given it to them, right? But also they're not respecting, some of them are not respecting boundaries that have been placed. Now, this could be something as simple as something going on energetically, because remember, I'm reading for you energetically. So while some of these things are going to make sense to you at the conscious level, like, oh yeah, she came around yesterday, or he came around, or yeah, the bank sent me this, even though I said I didn't want to be a part of this institution anymore. You may be able to locate this dynamic in the physical, but you may not. You may be like, oh yeah, this person, we're not even talking anymore. But guess what? I'm picking up that you guys are like shouting at each other, right? Have you ever like been arguing with somebody, you know, no. Have you ever been giving someone the cold shoulder or getting the cold shoulder from somebody, but their energy is screaming at you and you're screaming at them. That's the audible silence. That's kind of this is this energy that's going on in the ethers. Look at the ethers, and then we've got these two stars and just shots fired back and forth. So something is happening, and Spirit is like, this is going, look, literally the card, emotions are running high. Get it, Spirit? But I was going to say, this is what this is. It's like, they're like, this is going to be the last time though. This is the last one. So Spirit is like, you can choose to be on the right side of history by saying, hey, when I needed to step up, when I needed to stand up for myself, when I needed to stand out as I was supposed to, when I needed to make the moves that were in the highest interest of my soul chart, did I do that, right? So this is also the other person shouting right now. This is them saying, I did what I needed to do, right? And that may well be the case. But at the end of the day, guys, regardless of where you find yourself in this in this scenario or this dynamic, you see this connection here, right? Wherever you find yourself in this dynamic, just know that at the end of the day, karma is the karmic board. They're the ones who sift through all the details, and they will determine who, what, when, where, why, how, and that's it. But the whole point is, Spirit is going to close a connection, close out something that's going on, and it's going to be for good, right? In fact, no wonder this song was playing. First of all, I love the song Wicked, the songs from Wicked, but remember the song For Good, where the two lovely ladies, the two lovely witches are basically going their separate ways, but they're, there's an offer made to one to come with them, and then anyway they decide, we're just too different, we got to do our different things, and but I learned so much from you, and I wouldn't be here without you, and I'm so thankful. So that's a higher expression of what's going on, right? But what I'm seeing here, there's still a lot of like back and forth, as there's defensive energy in the air, people defending their notions, their ideas, their whatever, right? And at the end of the day, Spirit has, and if you did check out the channeled reading for the day today, the daily channeled reading that we put out, go ahead and check it out. Today's what's today? Today is September, my God, September 9th. Is that for somebody? No, today is January 9th. So go check it out. And Spirit is saying that the karmic details have been determined, and there is karmic debts are being settled right now. So if you have not checked out last week, I put out astro reels, which are good for 2 weeks. So go back and check, because there were some signs. I think Aries was one of them. Was Capricorn? I don't know. There are some signs where they were talking about revelations, truths coming out that are going to help you, whoever you are, to determine whether the moves that you made anytime between October 2022 and January 2023 were right or not. And when I say right, it's right as determined by the karmic board. And the idea is that today, plaintiff, judgment for the plaintiff is the idea. So in fact, look at this judge seemingly admonishing, no, and not he has an admonishing posture, but administering justice to one, whereas the other is receiving their compensation. So there has been a settling of karmic debts. But it's interesting, because here we still have this one person who's receiving the compensation, still like worrying about the other person getting in trouble, or like, hey, I don't, well, we don't need to lash this person, right? Yeah, so anyway, so going on under this Virgo moon, under our very own eyes, is judgment, okay? Wow, before Libra energies. Oh, okay, get it. Judgment is going on. And I do feel a lot of Leo energies in the air as well. That's neither here nor there. You guys know I don't read astrology formally. I do intuitive work. So I always love to see what our friendly local astrologers are saying about the energies, because, hey, these are just two different ways of picking up on the energetic atmosphere. So I wonder, what are you picking up? Remember, all this, what did JC say? All this you can do, all that I can do, you can do. We all can do these things, right? So please don't give your power away to anybody, right? Sometimes we need a little bit of a leg up from others because they may be more versed in the craft that is being used or whatever. But listen, you have your own way. Come on, you know you. Anyway, and I'm seeing this energy here. It's like confirmation. See, look how clear this is. This is what's happening, energetic reader. This is you. You're seeing a lot of stuff. You're like, I'm seeing a sky. I'm seeing whatever. So even though you may not get as clear or sharp an energy reading as, say, what's coming through in this message here, Spirit is saying, don't discount your ability. Some of you here under this Virgo moon, part of your parcel, look at this, part of your compensation package I'm getting, it's almost like I'm pulling it out for you. Hey, whew, there it is. Delivery, right? Part of it is you're going to be picking up some new skill sets. So some of you are going to be coming, and I feel like we're clearing your feet now, which is great. So helping those last chords off. So if some of you may actually choke a little bit right now or have a cough or something in your throat chakra because your delivery is being delivered to you right now. God is good. I think, look, light codes of awakening, breaking gold. Oh, breaking gold, breaking old paradigms, awakening all you light workers, literally bringing in light codes, gold, you guys gold. Hopefully you can make a lot of money on this. And for Spirit, you know, higher money, happy money, you know, that does well for, because money is just your own, it's your own energy, right? As our boy Randolph Price, as the homie Randolph Price says, money, M-O-N-E-Y, my own natural energy yield. That's it. So if your energy is legit, guess what? The money that's coming through is going to be legit too. You have to be discerning though, and to turn down offers from people. Another message coming through today with this connection that we closed out, that is closed out energetically already. You have to learn discernment, and you have to learn self-protection, self-preservation. Listen, you may be solid gold, but if you're letting in lumps of coal, where we at? We all love a nice lump of coal if we're trying to heat a room, old school. But listen, we're in the age of Aquarius. We think, therefore we feel warm. Done. So why are we letting in lumps of coal? Like, I know that made no sense, but you get my point. We are in updated times. So at this point, focus on what is possible. Look at this, beams of ascension. I almost saw dreams of ascension. But stop holding yourself back with low brow energy, low focus energy, low finance energy. That's poverty consciousness. Let it go. Because if you're getting into aqua energy right now, we're light as air. When I feel into aqua energy is the total shape. I can't even get the words out. Shapeshifter. To me, depending on the frequency that it's at, it could be like water. I feel like the closer it is to the ground, the earth, the more it is like water. It appears like water. When it's midway, it appears like air. And when it's higher, sometimes it appears like electricity, right? So it really just depends. To me, this is aqua energy. It's the shapeshifter. And so, you know, getting with the times means learning to be flexible, ideologically flexible. I mean, I'm often learning to be physically flexible as well. So some of you may be being asked to assume different positions physically. Like on the one hand, you're being asked to run out, do errands, blah, blah. The next minute you're being asked to be sedentary, sit, focus, blah, blah. And the next minute you're being asked to emote and just let it all out, right? So we're being called to be more at this time. And just like I'm calling you to show you, you can be more. All that you're seeing people do online, you can do as well. You know, you can learn to read astrology, you can learn to read runes, you can learn to pull information from from anything. You can look in the palm of your hands and read. You don't even need tools. We don't need tools to do this stuff, right? You can sit and hear and feel the wind blow and get an impression. Oh, I'm getting a visitor. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, this is what's in my best interest. Oh, there's a major storm coming, right? So start stepping into your glory. Now, as I'm doing that, we're pulling up the energies for you, because I feel like the importance of bringing this information about this conflict that was, this person that was, this connection that was, that epitomized you playing small, bringing that to your conscious attention and don't forget to check out the daily reading for today, allows me to group you up super cutely like this, like a cute little egg yolk, and as much of your little albumin as possible, and just cutting the cords like this. Oh my God, Spirit is good. Get it, Spirit? Look, here's you, cute little egglet. But it's like, look at all these cords. Let's scoop you up. And see the nod. Look at the yellow, violets, and gold to this connection. It's done. We're done. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done with that, right? But I need to like scoop you up and cut these last cords. And sometimes for some of you guys, cutting these last cords means working with you on the mental level. Obviously, we're working on you on an energetic level as well, because we're bringing in energy for you, codes, all that stuff. But at the same time, don't forget to drink water. But at the same time, somebody here has a wrist or bracelet or something that symbolizes this connection. Get rid of it, because you're not actually symbolizing the connection. You're symbolizing the connection to yourself playing small. Get rid of it, okay? But anyway, what I was going to say, for some of you, it's a mental thing. So you have a lot of fear that, oh my God, stepping out into the unknown by myself. Look at now, all these things are these trees with thorns. Yo, thorns. And no damn leaves. What are we talking about? What are these? Right? They're gone. And now here you are, super cute. Some of you are stepping into your destiny. Yeah? We just got, it's Taurus. Where's the North Node right now? Let me go ahead and pull up astrodance.com. All right, let me see. The North Node, okay, yeah, it's still in Taurus. God bless it, right? So, yeah, we've got a lot of activity going on here, but with your destiny points. But look at this. Some of your, look at you. I saw some of your energies retreating. No, we got to go. So this is going back to the point they're saying. Some of you need assistance in moving out into the world on your own. So let's talk about this. Where at this time is your fear? Do you have a fear of opening your own business alone? Do you have a fear of starting your own kitchen alone? That's for somebody here. Do you have a fear of getting into loans and finances alone? Do you have a fear of going out into the world? Maybe you want to do photography, but you're afraid to travel alone. What is this? You're being pushed. So some of you, this is why this connection was broken, because you needed to learn, number one, how to be in your own glory and power, but glory is the word that's coming through. Because, you know, if you hold on to the idea of the glory of God revealing itself in you, you are the glory of God. Then you shouldn't be afraid to do things alone, because God's like, yo, where we at? He's not afraid. She's not afraid. It's not afraid. They're not afraid, whatever, right? But another thing is that you have to learn who and what influences to allow into your life. Whoever this contact was not for you, okay? This was a lesson in discernment. It was a lesson in justice, they're saying. Justification, learning how to feel empowered when you're in the right, learning to identify when you're in the right, learning to feel strong enough to assert yourself and to say, I was right. Some of you were the ones who created distance with this person maybe a long time ago. And now you're realizing, because Spirit is revealing to all, that you were in the right for making that step, right? And sometimes, as the daily message says today, sometimes that's all you needed to hear. You just needed to hear that you were on the right path all along. All right. So I'm getting a lot of receipts. I'm just seeing receipts here. It's almost like I'm just seeing receipts, literally like from store-bought things. So the receipts are in. And listen, guys, who knows more about receipts than Virgo? Virgo got them receipts. Listen, where do you think Capricorn got their receipts from? Capricorn's like, I don't need to see the receipts. I just need to see the reports. You know, what are the reports? Let me see the stats, the statistics with a summary. Virgo's like, I got you. Virgo's got the receipts. Virgo's got the statistics. They're in there, right? And so under this Virgo moon, Virgo's delivering those damn receipts to Capricorn. Capricorn is just like, oh, okay. So we got the reports in from, the reports from the karmic border in. All right. Here we go. Wait, where would I put it? Yeah. All right. There we go. Well, thank you. Okay, well, we'll consider this closed. Capricorn's moving on to the next thing. Because guess what? Oh, look at this. Conclusions are within reach. Yeah, but now conclusions have been had. So if you've been keeping up with some of, I think it was the January 2023 reading? One of them, or maybe it was another past moon reading, the last moon reading we did. I think it was the moon reading because we used this card. This card came out too. And it was like, I was trying to help you to get out of here. Well, now you're out. And you're for reals out because the receipts are in. And you're in for some compensation. And for some of you, this is going to be fun. This compensation for some of you is going to be somebody here, like a 2 to 3 day trip somewhere. Like, you see what I mean? It's justice, it's rewards. And that's why I was saying there's a little bit of a parting shot still coming with that defensive energy from the ethers. It's kind of like, well, I did what I was supposed to do. And maybe this person did act on their higher impulses or whatever it was. But again, if the karmic board is like, well, right, and spirit is also bringing through this idea today through the channeled message, and they actually don't want me to repeat it here. I don't need to, so we're gonna let that go. Well, they're like, you can tell them, but you don't have to go into it. Okay. Humility. They're saying justice for the plaintiff means also having humility in the moment. And hey, if you can even muster it, empathy, because but for the grace of God, there go I. And that's why they were saying you may have won the battle, but you didn't win the war, right? And it's not even saying, yeah, but you still lost. It's not even like that. That's not why they add, but you didn't win the war. They're just saying it's important to put things in a perspective. But I kind of have a feeling that the reason why they don't want me to belabor that point is because energetically speaking, as I feel into the energies of you, the viewers over time who will watch this, I'm feeling generally speaking, you're not out of humility. You're not in that ego place to be like, there you go, it's not even like that. And so that's why they like, energetically speaking, we don't really need to even mention this or teach this as advice that other people should follow right now, because you don't vibe that way. Now they're like, moving on. Thank you, Spirit. So we'll go ahead and close that out. Thank you. Capricorn's like, all right, is it still open? I will see Capricorn as this supervisor who's like, he's pulling his like sleeves up. He's like, all right, where are the reports? We're still talking about this? I thought we were done. What's the next thing? Right? Hey, listen, get you a Capricorn. Right? Sometimes. Some Capricorn guy was like, yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We love you. All right. This is it. Boom. Done. Okay. Your commitment is being tested. Let's talk. Because you just closed out a lesson of learning self-preservation, making good decisions, coming from the heart for yourself, learning how to protect yourself. But now we see another energy that is either here or is kind of like half open, whatever. Your commitment to something is being tested. What is it that is going on? I'm not getting, let me see, hold on. What is this? What area of your life is this? This could be something as simple as raising your design from the dead. Thank you. Now look at it. Hold on. Because I want to look at this word here. I want you to know that to raise can be spelled two ways. R-A-I-S-E and R-A-Z-E. And they have different meanings. For example, if you raise something from the dead, R-A-I-S-E, then you're resuscitating it. You're breathing new life into it. You're bringing it into completion. I want to say the word, you're bringing it up, right? But the other one, to raise, kind of is related to razor, right? The razor blade, to completely destroy, such as a building. So you're raising a building. Here, the question is, what are you doing? Your commitment is being tested. And whatever you do, you're either feeding the ability to, look at this card wanting to come over here. Yeah, see, this is your destiny point for a lot of you. This is you realizing that I'm either feeding the growth of or the destruction of something in my life that is related to my higher self, that is related to my higher purpose. And the way that you do that, that's why it wants to come here, is you have to ask yourself, for some of you, this is music related, something you have to do with music. The question is, how much fear are you allowing into this? How much fear do you allow to determine your moves forward? Are you too afraid to put your name out there? Are you too afraid to meet people? Are you too afraid to change your prices? Are you too afraid to even charge, some of you? Are you too afraid to appear as an expert? What are you too afraid to do? Some of you, for example, and I'm not saying everybody, but I'm just getting this idea here. Some of you may actually be afraid to wear uniforms because it's almost like maybe it's like, yeah, I this is what I do. I'm an esthetician or I'm a plumber or whatever. And it's my company. I should probably have some defining garb. Like I'll get my plumbing suit with my name on it and my company on it. Or I should get my customized esthetician coat or something, but you won't allow yourself to do that because it's representing your readiness and your chutzpah, your gumption, right? To step into a greater expression of who you are and what it is that you do. So the idea is looking at, got it. The idea is looking at what it is that you are looking at what it is that you are saying about yourself, that you want to be, that you're this expert. How much action are you actually putting into presenting yourself that way in the world? So you can always think about me, as I always tell people, think about me. I'm that person that's out there like, hey, you can do this, and I may be the only person who likes to see your art. I may be the only person who loves to hear your music. I may be the only person who believes that you can actually heal this other person. I'm the only person who thinks you can write a book, whatever. If you are finding a dearth of people in your life to support you in that way, just think about me, lovingly, gently, somewhere out in Northern California, snuggling up to a hot beverage, being like, dang, I can't wait for this person's book to come out. Or, wow, this person really sings well. I'm all here, or, oh, wow, I can't wait to put this piece of art in my new, apartment, or wow, I have such advice that I just feel so good when I'm talking to this person, and I have advice that I would like to get from somebody, and I feel like this person is the perfect person to advise me, right? So you have to understand that if you struggle to feel good about who you are and have belief in what it is that you're trying to do, whether it's making jewelry, whether it's making magical artifacts, or whatever it is, or becoming a budding galactic historian, somebody here, that's your job. You're a galactic historian. You need to step into that role, right? Just think, there's that girl out there in Northern California, and I know she believes in what I'm doing, right? So that's what I'm saying, think of me. So under this Virgo moon at this time, many of you are being pushed like a mofo into stepping into fearlessness. Fearless expression of who? You. And who is you? You are the glory of God. Okay, so the guides gave me a nice little saying that I put as my alarm at 9 a.m. every day. And this is what it is. The glory of God reveals itself in me. The glory of God reveals itself to me. And, hear me out, the glory of God receives itself through me. That's the namaste. The light in me greets the light in you. The glory of God receives itself through me. Because guess what? I'm the glory of God. And the other person is the glory of God. And so they're receiving the glory of God through me, right? We're all working together. Our lights are magnifying each other and reflecting each other. And the last part of this is I recognize it, capital I, referring to the glory of God. I recognize it once again. All right, so I'll repeat it all together without the commentary. The glory of God No, just kidding. No, I got to start over again. so funny. I mean, I crack myself up. I'm not really sure if I'm funny, but all right, here we go. The guys are like, get on with it. Okay. The glory of God reveals itself in me. The glory of God reveals itself to me. And the glory of God receives itself through me. And I recognize it once again. All right. So what can you deduce? That you are, that he is, she is, it is, we are, you collectively are, I am the glory of God, because the glory of God is everywhere. It is. It is. That's just it. It is. And so one of the things that perhaps some of you who are having this crisis of faith, 30 minutes, 30 seconds, may need to do is to consider, what is the glory of God, Jay? That could very well be the last ingredient that you need to pull in spiritual alignment for reals, because you saw 30 minutes, 30 seconds. The last three that we need is spirit. Three of Pentacles, collaboration, building, right? So 333, you're trying to get into 333 mode, but right now you're on that second three. Yeah, you gotta have this. You have to reconnect with the glory of God. Start to remember what it is. What does it feel like? The glory of God will never speak to you in harsh terms. It doesn't believe that you have to, it has to learn a fool for you to know, no. And if you remember, one of the major things Spirit has been talking about through my channel is getting rid of this idea that you have to be slapped into, consciousness, that someone has to talk down to you for you to get it, that you have to be pushed around by life for you to learn, that you're too dumb to understand, so you got to pay millions of dollars to get something. You have to understand instead that you allow energy into your life. If you want to be an expert actor or actress, right? You really want to hone that craft because you really feel good about yourself. You can take acting classes and you will, but it's up to you to determine who you're learning through. If you want to learn through some person who's out of balance, they can't even get their life together, they're harsh to you, they're like, wrong, cut, do it again. That's not what I asked you to do. You will learn through that person. If you want to have the opposite experience and you want to have someone who's just as good as that person but has mastered the elegance and eloquence of communication, of empathy, of compassion, the virtues, the guides have been calling us back to the virtues, thereby making you more open to actually receiving the feedback you need, to try, feeling safe enough to try again, to, getting the feedback that can push you into being that, being that star or whatever. There's a mislearning that a lot of people have, and the mislearning is only the harsh teachers can really push me to where I need to be. No. You have to understand that you are a multi-dimensional creator being. You say that only the harsh teachers can push you to where you need to be, and so therefore it reflects a belief that you have, and so of course you're going to have that response. You're going to have that experience that you can't learn well unless someone is knocking the out of you, right? That's you. And then if you come to me, God bless, and I give you super super cute hugs, and we get in that energy field. We go deep, right? The first thing I'll see is, you have a lot of self-punishment around you, right? I'm seeing this from this lifetime and that lifetime, and also in this current lifetime, I see it repeating at age 8 to 17 and solidified by age 23. Why are you doing this? And it's the legacy of that aspect, that concept, that core misbelief, that fear-based belief that you need to be punished is stemming from something that you aren't even aware of. And that's why we work together, so you can get it. And then the awareness that comes to you, the dawning comes to you, and you realize, oh my God, I made this up. And I made it up in the 16th century. And I made it up when I lost all hope. And I started to believe that the blacksmith family that took me in, that they were right when they said I had to earn my keep. And I struggled in that lifetime because I actually had a disability. I was handy capable at the time. And I didn't have the consciousness to realize that I was measuring myself through the eyes of these people who were cold and harsh. And in the culture that I was in, I learned that I had to earn my keep regardless of what was going on with me. And then I would punish myself because they punished me. And here I am in 2023, still believing that I have to work hard. I have to take the skin off my back, that it doesn't matter if I have these major challenges in this lifetime. I got this, that, and so it manifests as me having horrible bosses, having parents that push me around, people in my life who I quote unquote, admire, these people that I believe have got it all together, that I feel comfortable and familiar around. I didn't realize that all that learning is completely a wash. I got to get rid of that altogether. And I was choosing to see this as the way. And I was completely wrong because it wasn't love-based to begin with. And me, here, I didn't see my past life. I didn't know what was up, and my bad. And then you got to just change it. So if this sounds like you, God bless you, now is the time to start looking at these deep-seated things. How am I holding myself back from stepping into what it is that I am divinely entitled to? I have divine birthright to flow, ease, quantum leaping. Quantum leaping to us seems like quantum leaping in the sense that you create outside of logic and time. You create outside of logic, time, and conscious mind beliefs. But on the other side, that's not called quantum leaping, that just is. So you have to understand that you're working with limitations down here. Your job is to look at how you are choosing to, consciously or unconsciously, limit yourself. You are a creator being, and this is all the learning that Spirit is trying to get us back into. All of our lovely Arcturian guides, our Pleiadian guides, all the guides from all the different star systems that we know or don't know are here for the cause. They just want us to realize, hey, you guys are out here acting like you don't know. That's because, a lot of people have totally forgotten. It's just part of how it goes. But a conscious being, which is also you, realizes, oh, that's right, I am a multidimensional being with a whole bunch of experiences from my past, with experiences from this lifetime. There's a lot going on, and all I'm being asked to do is to notice, quote unquote, what's coming up for me, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. I also understand that what, quote unquote, feels good may not actually be in my highest interest, because I may be basically suffering from Stockholm syndrome for multiple lifetimes. So of course I'm attracted to this jerk, male, female, gender non-conforming jerk of a person, jerk of a boss, jerk of a mate, jerk of a friend, whatever, because I have believed myself right into thinking that those are friends, and those are mates, and those are great parents, and those are great bosses, and those are great community leaders. But I'm in the age of Aquarius, and I'm saying, listen, we out here, I'm just going to cut all these ties and start learning for myself. Gone are the institutions. Institutions, no, okay? They serve a purpose, yes. But it's your job to define what purpose needs to be served, and your fine-tooth comb is going to be this learning or this belief is either love-based or it's not. That's the fine-tooth comb. And yes, learning through life is about teaching us what quote-unquote love is, right? It's balance, number one. Balance between self-love and love of others. It calls into mind community, right? How is it loving for me to pitch in and help others right now? Yeah, it might be. But also remembering that you can't help others if you can't help yourself. Secure your mask first before you secure others. Don't eat your food money before you, it's like, hello, right? So this is balance. These are things we're learning. But right now, you really have to have that discernment. And I will say that under this beautiful moon right now, when the receipts are coming in and spirits like the karmic board is like saying, hey, you were onto something here, you weren't completely wrong, it's your job to get out of your way with your fearlessness. Let other people turn you down, 39 minutes, 39 seconds, and then oh, well, they're not for me anyway. Because if they were, then hey, then maybe we would have clicked by now. That's it. Move on, right? You have a product, you have a book, you have an idea, and you want it to be heard, you want it to be seen, you think it could be helped. You ask Spirit to co-align with you and go forward, but you can't stop yourself with these ideas. Look at Venus out here commenting on these interrelationships and concepts of self-worth. Venus is like, yeah, this learning that you just went through is straight out the books of self-worth. Are we ever leaving the books of self-worth? I don't know. Anyway, so God is good. To wrap that up, Spirit is saying it's now time for you to really have fearlessness. Be bold. Now they're saying some of you struggle with having fearlessness because you're all up in your headspace and your fear and this and that and low self-worth. Again, we're not going back into that. But Spirit is saying use the energy of Capricorn right now to plant the seeds. A lot of your fears can be mitigated if you were just to make a plan, right? Think about what works for you. Look, kind, empathy, tact. Kindness, empathy, tactful. These are the people you want to work with. We don't have to blow your whole inner child apart just to teach you something. Like, who are you? Will you teach me? Like, no, because I can get 5 people teaching me the same thing you're teaching me in a way that's respectful, that values the light within me, that is gentle, that need not say many words at all, not shouting at me, berating me, maximizing my inner critic. No way. Like, bye, right? Kindness is the new currency. Okay? Capricorn energy, planting those seeds. Super cute. Look at this corn. Yums, right? Look for new ideas and take action on them. Yeah, when you step out of low self-worth, low confidence, fear-based thinking, excuses for believing in the ideas of other people and not taking action, then you create your space within yourself. You push yourself into being a divine vessel for divine ideas to come through. We just brought some codes in for you, right? Look at the alarm going off right there. And then you take action on them, right? This is not the time for action. This is the time for all this. This is the time for clearing out your stuff, allowing Spirit to implant. Oh, look how cute. I've seen him carry something in his antlers. Thank you, right? This is the time to pick up accolades, they're saying, for your kindness, for your compassion, for the ways that you've been kind to other people and you've helped them and you've, and again, fine-tooth comb there, because sometimes you think you're helping someone, but you're actually hurting them because you're trying to live their life for them, you're trying to enable them, you're trying to, lie to them and not tell them the truth, right? So discernment again. And look, enduring, plant those seeds, take the time that you need to see to it that those seeds are nurtured. So if you, for example, decide that you want to start a whole business from scratch, and maybe it's super cute, it's like a greeting card business, super cute, right? And you're telling your friend about it, and your friend's like, dude, no one buys cards anymore. You got to put them on pause. Pause for the cause. Doesn't mean you have to slam the door in their face and you never support me. Now you're doing too much. This is way too much. You need to tone it down. Instead, it's about just, boom, realizing, oh, okay, this is my friend, but they're not able to share, they're not going to be on my committee, 43 minutes, 43 seconds, turning to 44 seconds, because Spirit Team, they're our committee. There's somebody I can grab some drinks with, I can, hang with, watch TV, we can dish about all the latest stuff, but I'm protecting my vision. And this is not someone who at this time is able to share my vision. They might be able to share my vision once things get up off the ground and they see more, because they need to see before they can believe. But that's not the timing I'm on. I'm on believe before you see time. I'm on quantum leap time. So all they did is just told you, whether they knew it or not, that they were coming from poverty consciousness. All right, that's it. This is not for you to be like, oh, well, they're this, they're that. No, you just take it for what it is. If your short friend can't help you reach that big water bottle on that high shelf, you're not going to sit here and be like, you're short, how dare you, 44 minutes, 44 seconds. No, you just realize that that's the limitation your short friend is working on. But hey, your short friend will reach the hell out of that thing that's close to the floor. Hey, can you pass me that, that thing down there? Yeah, and they're like, sure, here you go. And so that's what that's about. But then you're going to look for a taller person to help you reach that thing. And as Spirit, in line with the lesson Spirit is teaching you, when you look for that taller person to help you, don't look for foes, F-O-E-S, look for friends. So discernment in who you have help you reach that thing down. But if you want to be a real G and like really you're Gucci about it, why don't you instead look around for a step stool that you can safely reach up to, pull it for yourself. Okay, so you have options. Doors are always there. The point is, stop going through the old ones. Stop believing yourself right into opening doors that are horrible for you. And the last thing we're going to say here, thank you, is get ready to have a little shake fest, is what I'm getting. Okay, rattle, shake things up for new inspiration and energy, fresh, creative, awake. Did somebody say Aquarius? Now remember, that's Aquarius energy. But remember what the guides have been saying for the past 2 weeks. Batten down the hatches, nail things to the ground, sow your seeds deeply, because when Aquarius winds start to flow, it's going to blow away everything that is not fully nailed down or whatever. All right, do you understand? So now is the time to commit. Oh, your commitment is being tested. Yeah, so suddenly I just got the happy okay to let you guys know that if you were in between two minds about something, please, please, please narrow it down now. Now, you may not necessarily know what exactly it is that you need to be narrowing down or what your decision is, but you can make the commitment to have yourself placed firmly on the path that is highest for you, and firmly commit to having Spirit move you so that you can be in alignment as you need to be. That's like saying, hey, I know I need to go north, but I actually don't exactly know where I need to go, but Spirit, let me call an Uber that has somebody who knows the northern area really well and used to be a tour guide and can give me ideas, right? As opposed to let me just hail a cab or some guy who just got on the, he don't know, and we're both, I gotta reach in and tell him go left, right, and I'm like, ugh, right? So call upon Spirit to put you in the car that takes you, boom, right where you need to be, whether or not any of you or the cabbie are aware of where that is. Somehow you end up right where you need to be, and where you end up is in the highest and purest of vibrations for you. And you're working with the most benevolent people. They're excellent communicators. They have great X-ray vision. They take responsibility for themselves. They're kind. Now remember, it's not what we do, it's how we do it. If somebody has to fire you from a job, how they do it makes the difference. If someone has to hire you, how they do it makes the difference. If they're hiring you over your coworker friend, and they know that it may bring guilt or things like that, guess what? They're going to do it in a kind and compassionate way. So these are the kinds of people and the kinds of karmic contracts that you want to pull into your world. But it is your job to put your foot down against the energies that are not in alignment with higher principles. And to leave you with this, what are the higher principles? Say it with me. The virtues. Oh, yeah. Kindness, compassion, grace, empathy, right? What are some other ones? Humility, Tolerance is another word. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, but tolerance, I don't like that word. Okay, all right. You take it up with someone else. Just do your best, right? Patience is another. So look into these things. If you want to have a spiritually based business, regardless of what field it's in, you could be selling pencils. Cute. We all love a good pencil. If you make it one that is conscious of the health and well-being of all, you're good. I'm getting the Beatitudes, right? I should probably know what the Beatitudes are. But anyway, oh, my bad, guys. Well, I mean, Jesus is like, that's okay, Jay. They know where to go. They got to put some pedal to the metal too. I mean, you can't be doing everything. And I'm like, oh my God, you're so right. Thank you, Jesus. Like, whatever, right? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead, leave you here. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to listen. Thank you to all your spirit teams and your friends and family and my friends and family and my spirit teams and everybody. And so under this moon in Virgo, please take into consideration the lessons you've learned. Remember, you are a multidimensional creator being. If you would like to step into higher dimension, higher functioning, that's all you, baby. That's all you. Okay? Spirit is just here to assist. And of course, speaking of assistance, if you'd like to work personally with me, get you all nice and situated for the year, feel free to check. And as I've been telling you guys, our 10% sale is now over. It ended on January 8th. God bless you. But there's still time to get services or to book services, whether it's for soon or later in the year, before our prices lovingly go up. Yay! After 4 years, yay! Everyone's like, yay! I'm like, yay! It's been a long time coming, guys. So thank you. So thank you to all of you who support me after that, before that, during that, whatever. But if you'd like to work personally with me, you know exactly where to find me. All right? I have not moved. My number is the same. Okay? Bye.